This is a massive 30,000 milliamps battery bank from Baseus with 4 ports. As usual, I will do a few charging and discharging tests and show you what it's capable of. It really emphasized on its massive capacity instead of its charging speed, as it is rated for 22.5 watts. That's its maximum input and output. So with that in mind, we have 2 inputs, the USB Type-C and USB micro USB. Both can be used for charging. However, this is a bidirectional USB-C, which can be used for charging and discharging. There is a power on-off switch, which enables the screen back there. We have 96%. Although it is only rated for 22.5 watts, it can still be used for charging laptops using its USB-C port. I have a MacBook Pro 16-inch here connected to a 100 watts Baseus USB-C cable with a power display. It will go up to 20 watts, that's 19 watts. Due to the refresh rate of this little screen, it's not camera friendly, but it is showing 19 watts. And additionally, we can plug in more devices, but the output will be different, will reduce for each port as the power will be distributed across all these ports. I connected another USB meter here, which can be used for charging iPhone, and charging and discharging is possible. So pass-through charging is possible. I'm using its micro USB port to recharge the battery bank. As you can see, it is blinking, 96%. But over here, we have a really low power output from its USB-A device, as most of the power will go here to the laptop, 12 watts. So when 2 devices are connected, charging the MacBook and the phone, the MacBook is getting 12 watts, and looks like my phone is only getting, well, we can do the math. Looks like it is around less than 2 watts. So it is charging the phone very slowly when that laptop is connected, because that USB-C to USB-C has the priority. It will get you the fastest charging speed from its USB-C device instead of USB-A. So this port is good for charging earbuds and really small electronics, or slowly charge the iPhone. But if I disconnect this thing, and I'll keep in mind the charging speed is also around 20 watts, it will increase. And it's at 96%, therefore, well, it will not hit 20 because it is almost full. And looks like I will have to disconnect and reconnect to get the maximum charging speed for the iPhone. Or perhaps this cable is of low quality. I have a really bad third-party cable here. So let's try the original Apple cable. And in this test case, you will also see the importance of a high quality cable. Do not use low quality ones. As you can see, this third-party cable only gives me about 3 to 4 watts. I'm gonna replace it with the original Apple one and see if I get better result. Also, I will disconnect the input. This charging meter resets. I get 5 volts, 9.9 amps. And also keep in mind, you will get much faster charging speed using the Type-C port if you connect a USB-C to Lightning cable. If you have an iPhone or if you have an Android, you can use the same USB-C to USB-C cable to charge your Android phone. When charging at a slower speed, okay, sorry, I forgot to connect the power meter. When charging at a slower speed, it yields better results in terms of capacity. Okay, let's see. USB-C. I remember I'm getting 9 volts and 1 amp, so that's around 9 watts. Now it's 7. Well, yeah, it will renegotiate for PD, for power delivery, if you're interested. Yeah, the power distribution is definitely a pretty interesting topic. And it is all the charging logic is printed at the back. It says it has 75% of charging efficiency. The micro USB input is rated at 5 volts 2 amps or 9 volts 2 amps, so that's 18 watts max. USB-C input is pretty much the same, but at 5 volts it takes 3 amps. USB 1 and 2 and total output is rated at 5 volts 3 amps, so actually only 18 watts. But who is this battery bank designed for? Okay, if you want to go camping on a long trip. Okay, hold on a second. I'm getting 9 volts 1.2 amps for charging the iPhone 13. Okay, that's a pretty good result actually. So if you are going for a long trip, it actually backs up the laptop battery, and you can also charge your phone many times. We'll have to do the math and do the calculation. I never, to be honest, I never done the full charging test on the iPhone and see how many times will finish recharging, because it just simply takes too long. So if you have a long weekend trip and this thing without any electricity outlet, without solar panel accessories, this should last you many days. Well, it's actually a decent charging speed for iPhone around 12 watts, right? So again, it's the focus is really on its capacity instead of its charging speed. And even though the power consumption is capped, the maximum power output is capped at 18 watts, although it says 22.5 watts. Even though more devices are connected, the total power output will never exceed the reading. So it's going to be distributed across all these ports. Now I have 3 devices connected, the laptop, the phone, but in this case, I'm not even getting the the amperage on this port. Well, and the iPad is charging, looks like, and the phone will not charge. Yeah, USB-C 10 watts. So small devices is more optimum charging. Apple Watch, the earbuds, maybe iPad, or even the laptop is possible slowly, but it's not realistic to charge all these 3 bigger devices at the same time. So yeah, that is the battery bank from Baseus. It is big. Okay, lastly, I'd like to weigh it. I forgot to do this at the beginning. Since it is quite big, right? I'm gonna put it on my digital scale. After it got reset, it is 669 grams and 23.6 ounce, or 7.6 pounds, 1.7 pounds, 1.8 pounds. Yeah, that's some basics. All right, thank you very much for watching. Hope you find this review helpful.